Hey, what's up, stock compounders? Brad here. So, number 19 in Charlie Munger's Psychology of Human Misjudgment series, the use it or lose it tendency. I'm going to start, as usual, out of poor Charlie's Almanac, and then we're going to jump to our favorite AI, ChatGPT-4, to take us a little bit deeper on this cognitive bias. So, number 19, use it or lose it tendency. All skills attenuate with disuse. I was a whiz at calculus until age 20, after which the skill was soon obliterated by total non-use. The right antidote to such a loss is to make use of the functional equivalent of the aircraft simulator employed in pilot training. This allows a pilot to continuously practice all of the rarely used skills that he can't afford to lose. Throughout his life, a wise man engages in practice of all his useful, rarely used skills, many of them outside his discipline, as a sort of duty to his better self. If he reduces the number of skills he practices and, therefore, the number of skills he retains, he will naturally drift into error from man with the hammer tendency. His learning capacity will also shrink as he creates gaps in the latticework of theory he needs as a framework for understanding new experience. It is also essential for a thinking man to assemble his skills into a checklist that he routinely uses. Any other mode of operation will cause him to miss much that is important. Skills of a very high order can be maintained only with daily practice. The pianist Paderewski once said that if he failed to practice for a single day, he could notice his performance deterioration, and that after a week's gap in practice, the audience could notice it as well. The hard rule of use it or lose it tendency tempers its harshness for the diligent. If a skill is raised to fluency, instead of merely being crammed in briefly to enable one to pass some test, then the skill 1 will be lost more slowly, and 2 will come back faster when refreshed with new learning. These are not minor advantages, and a wise man engaged in learning some important skill will not stop until he is really fluent in it. So that's what Charlie has to say on the topic. Let's jump into ChatGPT-4. Now, to be honest, ChatGPT did not know what this was, okay? It defined it incorrectly. So I had to ask it a few times, and I had to kind of give it a jump start by saying Charlie Munger's use it or lose it tendency begins by saying that all skills attenuate with disuse. What are the dangers of the tendency, and how can we avoid the worst effects? Apologies for the confusion. Munger's use it or lose it tendency indeed refers to the idea that skills diminish with disuse. This tendency highlights the importance of maintaining and practicing skills in order to retain them. The dangers associated with this tendency are as follows. Number 1, skill deterioration. If you don't practice a skill, your proficiency in it will gradually decrease over time, leading to a loss of competence and effectiveness. Just like Munger being a whiz at calculus, that went away very quickly as he was not practicing his calculus. Number 2, reduced self-confidence. As your skills decline from disuse, you may experience a loss of confidence in your abilities, which can negatively impact your performance and opportunities for growth. Number 3, missed opportunities. Failing to maintain and develop your skills can result in missed opportunities for personal and professional growth, as you may become less competitive in the job market or less capable of handling new challenges. And number 4, Complacency. The use it or lose it tendency can lead to complacency, as people may not feel the need to continually learn and grow if they believe they already possess the necessary skills. Okay, so these skills really have to be kept up, to be maintained, to be used. To avoid the worst effects of this tendency, consider the following strategies. Regular practice. Make a conscious effort to practice and maintain the skills you value most. Set aside time for deliberate practice, whether it's a hobby, a professional skill, or a personal interest. Number 2, lifelong learning. Cultivate a mindset of continuous learning and improvement. Seek out new experiences and opportunities to learn and stay curious about the world around you. Number 3, set goals and track progress. Establish specific, measurable goals related to skill development and track your progress over time. This can help you stay motivated and ensure you're making progress in maintaining and developing your skills. Right? It can also let you know, where are you, right? Making sure you know where you are with any given skill. And you can track if it's actually deteriorating. Number 4, seek feedback. Regularly solicit feedback from peers, mentors, or supervisors to identify areas for improvement and growth. Constructive criticism can help you recognize and address skill gaps. So be sure to remain open to feedback, particularly negative feedback. 5, engage in varied experiences. Diversify your experiences and expose yourself to different challenges and environments. This can help you develop a broader range of skills and reduce the risk of skill atrophy, which is really what we're talking about here. Number 6, teach others. Something I've been engaging in, and it is phenomenal for deepening skills. Share your knowledge and skills with others. Teaching can reinforce your own understanding and help you maintain your skill set. Something I've found, teaching also makes it very obvious. When you think you know something, if you try to teach it, it becomes very clear whether you know it or not. Okay, it's not just something you think you know. You put that knowledge to practice. And number 7, stay adaptable. Be open to change and willing to adapt your skills as needed. Recognize that the skills you possess today may not be as relevant in the future, and be prepared to learn and adapt as circumstances change. Okay? So be a continuous learning machine is something that Charlie would preach often and put to practice in his own life. So just to let you guys in on this, I say define the use it or lose it tendency. Even when I said, as highlighted in Poor Charlie's Almanac, ChatGPT got a little confused here, refers to a cognitive bias where individuals are compelled to use available resources, often to avoid the perceived loss or waste associated with not using them. That is not what this tendency is about. But, giving it a little more prodding kind of helped ChatGPT right the ship here. So, if you try, at first you fail with ChatGPT, keep trying. Just give it a little bit of direction, and it should be able to figure it out with a little nudging. So that's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in for this 19th cognitive bias. We are really on the home stretch. Just 5 more, and then the kind of finale, which is the Lollapalooza effect, where a lot of these biases can come together and really magnify one another. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.